And we're live. What is going on, LBHT crew? Man. That was disappointing.
Mm-hmm.
It is officially over 24-20. Look, man, we look sloppy the whole game. We just looked out of sync the whole game. And congrats to the New York Football Giants. They are 5-1. They
Yes.
look, winning ugly is still winning, and they are winning. All right. So shout out to them. Um, you know, they took us off our game the whole game. They stuck with it and they made the plays that they need to make at the end. And of course, we didn't, because that's usually our thing. We don't make plays, especially the defense, when we need to. I know it's going to be about Lamar. That was a stupid interception. That's a stupid throw. Like, what are you doing? We're up, right? You don't need that, right? It's a bad snap. Fine, throw the ball away or take the sack, but there's no reason for you to throw that ball. So you deserve a lot of blame there, right? Like, it's a critical moment. You need to make the play, and you didn't make the play. And then get the ball back, and you fumble the ball, right? That's on you. But this is why we keep saying add talent around Lamar, because it's always going to be about Lamar. It's not going to be about anybody else. It's going to be about Lamar. We're not going to talk about how that defense couldn't make a stop when we need them to make a stop. It's not going to be about all the drop passes that we saw today. I counted at least 5. 3 came from Mark Andrews. 1 was for a touchdown that we set up for a field goal with. We're not going to talk about the poor coaching again. It's all going to be about Lamar, and I'm not going to defend Lamar this game. Lamar deserves the blame there. He can't make those throws.
Yeah, no, he had a bad game. He was off even early on in the game.
Yep.
But like I said, the when the snap went by him and he picked it up and he threw that ball. First of all, you're targeting. I believe on that play it was
It was a fullback.
it was Ricard, which is that's a terrible decision in and of itself.
Yes.
But yeah, you can't throw that ball. You have to be smarter than that. You have to make the smart play, and sometimes the smart play is a negative play, right? Yeah. It's, hey, you know what? Either I got to throw this away or I got to take the sack, but we still keep the ball. And then you come back on the next possession and you lose the ball. You get stripped by Kayvon Thibodeau. So very, very bad day for Lamar. Like you said, also, look, I'm not going to be as hard on the defense. You can't really expect the defense to get a stop. I mean, you would like them to hold them to a field goal.
So I'm not talking about that last touchdown. I'm talking about when we're up 20-10 and they give up a touchdown. We had like 4 minutes left in the game.
Well, yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Like if you hold, like those are the things that we're talking about. If you hold them to a field goal there, you know what I'm saying? You put that much more pressure on them, but they just went right down the field and scored a touchdown, and they still had a lot of time left. Like those are the stops that I'm talking about. I don't mean at the very end. Yeah, that was tough, and I didn't feel like that was a pass interference that they called on Peters.
It was. He was holding him.
I don't think he was holding him. Like I think he jammed him a little bit. I don't think he held him.
He had his hand on him the whole way through the play. That's why Slayton had his or whoever it was had his arms up in the air, trying to get the ref's attention because he's holding me. It wasn't like egregious holding, but he was holding him. But look, I think the defense played well for the most part. Like I said, you can't really expect to stop at the end after that interception. So I think the defense for the most part did their job today. The offense was awful, and
awful.
This is what we keep on talking about with the offense. It's you look at Lamar. He had 32 pass attempts.
Yeah,
and 18 of them went to tight ends. I believe it was 15. Yeah, 18 to tight ends because they
couple to the fullback
anyway. They don't have anybody to throw the ball to,
and couple to a fullback and running back, right?
Yeah. They don't have anybody to throw the ball to. There's no playmakers on the outside. Everybody's hero, Devin Duvernay. He had 5 targets, 1 catch, 14 yards. Right? They just don't have the talent in the pass game. They don't. And in a way, it's good that they lost this game and they showed the front office, hey, you have to make a move here. Andy Isabella is not it. You have to bring somebody in. It's not an option. If you actually want to pretend that you're competing for something, this offense is not good enough.
All right, let's read a couple of comments here.
And the coaching, you mentioned the coaching. You have Kenyon Drake, 10 carries over 100 yards. Why did he only have 10 carries in a game like this?
Yeah, but this goes back to Joe Flacco era, right? John Harbaugh's just decision making. We could say, well, hey, he doesn't call the plays, but the people that he picks to call plays is always his head scratching moments. Like, well, what are you doing? We had things that work, and we're not sticking to it. Kenyon Drake was killing them. Yeah, they had no answer, and you don't want to give him the ball.
Yeah, they took out J.K. Dobbins because he wasn't running particularly well. Kenyon Drake, like you said, he was killing them all day on all 10 carries. He had 10 carries, 119 yards and a touchdown, and they just said, we're not going to give you the ball anymore. Any more than that, on the defensive side, they bottled up Saquon pretty much. He didn't have a terrible day, but he had 22 carries for 83 yards. It's 3.8 yards per carry. He had another 12 yards receiving, but he wasn't what we've seen over the first month of the season. His long run of the day was 8 yards. So the defense did a very good job containing what's the Giants' only real weapon, right? And when you switch to the offensive side, you have one guy who stepped up and said, I'm going to be the weapon today. And Roman and Harbaugh said, no, you're not.
All right, let's read a couple of comments here, man. Shout out to everybody that's coming through. 53 people in here. Go ahead and hit that like button. This has got to be a quick stream. I did not get to mention that at the very beginning. We're going to be out of here about 4:30-ish. All right. This is my short week. But yeah, let's read a couple of comments here. Shout out to Attitude Pop. First one in here said, we suck. Hey, we're 3-3 now. Yeah, that ain't good.
We got a theme. What's up, Coach? We trash.
Hey.
Thanks for coming through, Coach.
Appreciate you coming through, Coach. We're going to discuss this more on Coach's channel tomorrow.
Sip 2 Tally Films. Agreeing with Coach. What's up, Rock? Thanks for coming through.
Yeah. Sip 2 Tally Films. Make sure you guys are subscribed over there. Every Monday we do a Ravens Roundtable. This is probably going to be a longer one, B.
I might have to miss this one, man. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it with the Ravens. Can't do it with the Ravens every week, man. But this is why for years, even when they were going, when they were winning games, going to the playoffs and looking good, I've been saying they need to fire Harbaugh.
Yeah,
they're not prepared to play, every week.
Shout out to Garnett, says Ravens are a joke. Lamar just lost value. He didn't lose any value.
No, he didn't.
Listen. The reason why you guys say stuff like this is because not you, Garnett. I know you watch a lot of football, but like in general, you don't watch other games, right? Every quarterback has these type of games. In fact, I just put it in our Discord earlier. They're showing Green Bay Packers got crushed today.
Oh yeah, I was about to say Aaron Rodgers got stomped out there.
And he made some terrible throws.
You know why? Because he doesn't have anybody to throw to either.
Right. But the one to Dobbs that I showed everybody in the Discord, Dobbs had everybody beat. He underthrew it by like 8 yards, right?
But that's what we've always said is you're not going to make every play, right? You're not going to make every catch. You're not going to make every throw. So you have to be able to give yourself more opportunities. And, teams like Baltimore who don't have receivers can't do that. Teams like Green Bay who don't have receivers can't do that. Teams who have receivers and don't have a quarterback can't do that. So it seems like you have to be perfect.
So Lamar, look, the rest of the week has to play out. Lamar didn't have a great game. He still threw a touchdown. When it's all said and done, he'll still probably be top 3 in passing touchdowns. He's number 2 right now behind Josh Allen, right? Josh Allen would, I assume he'll get a couple more today. Are they playing right now, or is that tonight?
They're getting ready to start.
Yeah, we'll see what he does today.
Alert! Carolina's already winning.
There you go.
3-0.
But for somebody who's top 5 in passing, what are we talking about? What do you mean he's losing value? He's not losing value. His value is what it is. He's going to get paid. And shout out to Suge Knight 323. Says tough loss for Baltimore, but I know it cut off. I need to fix this. Hold on a second.
That's not Suge. Thank you.
Appreciate it, Suge. I'm gonna fix that. But yeah, he's not losing any value. if Baltimore doesn't want to pay him, somebody else will pay him. Like he's going to get his money. So that value talk, and I saw Ryan Clark talking about it. I mean, that's just not going to be the case, right? Like he's going to get his money. Let's read a couple more comments and get up out of here. Shout out to Nitro. Nitro says no hitters on the outside, but let's just depend on Lamar. And if he doesn't deliver, then it's all Lamar. We had like 80 yards on penalties, not to mention drops. I'm just sick. Yeah. Look, again, this is for any team. The quarterback is going to get most of the blame, right? And most of the credit. That's any team. But that's always been our thing. That's why we say defund the defense. Stop putting your money into an area that's not going to be depended on when you need them to make plays. Now, yes, you can't put it on the defense at the end because we put them in a bad spot twice to try and make something happen. But if you want them to be that type of defense, then they have to make it happen, right? Marcus Peters almost made it happen, but almost isn't good enough. We need that interception right there.
Yeah,
right?
if you want to keep saying defense wins championships, then they can't give up 24 points to the New York Giants. But that's not the reality of the NFL, though, right? They played well. They did their job. It's just that the Ravens don't want to wake up to the reality of the NFL and realize that they have to pay for offensive talent.
Yeah.
They just don't want to do it.
Yeah. All right. What else we got here? Let me pull up a couple more comments. Shout out to our guy Hendo. He's responding to Darius Simmons. Says nope, he's not go away. Talking about Owe. Owe had a bad penalty too. He had that personal foul. Lots of penalties in this game. You mentioned penalties. We had about 4 false starts in the first quarter. Okay, 2 of them came from Morgan Moses. We had 1 from Ricard.
2 from Ricard.
2 from Ricard. And then we had 1 from Zeitler, I want to say.
I don't remember, honestly.
That's just the pre-snap penalties. And then of course on the defensive side, that personal foul from Owe was a really bad one. So,
and they had a personal foul from AJ Klein as well, but it was right at the end of the half. It didn't amount to anything because they didn't have enough time to score. But
no,
that's a John Harbaugh staple. They are an undisciplined team.
Yeah.
Undisciplined, poorly coached team.
Okay. Dapper Don said he sent the Cash App. Did you get that? I didn't see one come through. Yeah, double check.
Okay, yeah, it just came through.
Appreciate you, Dapper Dons. We'll get that animation up real quick.
Wow.
What's up, Kimberly? Appreciate you coming through. Says we need new coaches on the Ravens team. Yes, we do. Brock P says even without that Lamar pick, we all know the defense wouldn't have stopped the Giants from marching down and putting up a game-winning touchdown. Look, like P said, the defense didn't play that bad. Right? They got put in a bad situation. They're just not those. They're not the 2000s Ravens defense. Right? There's no Ed Reed out there. They're not going to make those kind of plays, but they didn't play bad. It's shout out to Dapper Dons. Appreciate that. Can you read that, B?
Oh yeah, he says defund the defense, get DJ Moore. Yes and no. You're not going to get DJ Moore's not going. Listen, I'm not saying this because I'm a Panthers fan. DJ Moore's not going anywhere. They're not trading DJ Moore.
No,
he just signed an extension. He's young. He's the best player on the offense once they trade Christian McCaffrey. He's not going anywhere.
Shug, I read your comment. It cut off. Just put it in the chat. Put it in the chat, Shug. I appreciate it though. I appreciate the donation. If you guys want to be awesome like Shug and Dapper Dons, there are 2 ways you can do that. One is right below $LBHTShow. That's the Cash App. The other way is the pin link that you see in the comment. That will take you to our stream elements. Both ways, you leave your donation, leave your comment, and you get an animation right next to my face. The comments are cutting off on my side. We made a couple of changes over the weekend, so don't worry, we'll have it up and running like normal by Wednesday's show because we got a couple of changes coming on Wednesday. Okay, we're excited about it. We hope you guys like it. Hope you enjoy it. Okay, so. But yes, when we're making changes, there might be a couple hiccups in the beginning, but we appreciate you guys' support. Evil Lamar says, team ain't good terribly constructed and terribly coached. That's a statement right there, boy.
Yeah, and again, I hate to always kind of go back to Carolina, but it is like the really good Carolina teams with Cam Newton. What they were is not that they were great teams. It's you had Luke Kuechly and you had Cam Newton on the offensive side. So you had two superstars propping up a mediocre roster, and that's what essentially Baltimore is trying to do. They've got some good talent on the defense, but on the offense they have absolutely nothing.
Should appreciate the donation. When I said post your post your comment in the chat, I meant post it in the chat. It got cut off. I will have to. Yeah, I can't reload the activity feed on my side, and the messages I can see the top of it, but it'll cut off. But I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. Put it in the chat.
You can send it to me and I'll read it there. Sure. Yes. Send it to me in the Discord
or the chat. Yolanda V, thanks for coming through. Yolanda says we look lost today. Yeah. This is something that B had told. He had told me this about about Harbaugh years ago. Back when Flacco was a coach, was a quarterback, and he said, shout out to Money Mickey Mitch. Appreciate the donation. Yes, that message is cut off too. Put it in the chat. Appreciate it. Yeah, I made some adjustments on the OBS, so it cuts off the first half of it. So I apologize for not reading your comments. But B told me this a while ago, that Harbaugh just doesn't get the teams prepared week in and week out. If it's a team that is expected to be like the team, then yeah, we'll put forth our best effort. But if it's a team like the Giants, yes, Giants are 4-1, but the way they're winning, nobody really expected them to be that good.
Giants.
Yeah, they're the Giants, right? And look how we played. Not executing, the penalties, right? Mm-hmm. The poor decisions, even by the coaching staff, right? We had them on the 4th down, but there was a penalty, and we're like, we'll take the yards, we'll take the penalty, we'll take the yards, and then the next play they score, or not score, but they get a first down. They convert a 3rd and 14. Take the 4th down, either make them go for it or make them punt. At that position, they're probably going to try to punt, right? So what are you doing? It's just, but that's what he's always done, and that's not going to change. Shout out to Darren. Darren says we were the better team for 3 quarters and a classic Chargers type meltdown. Yeah, yeah.
Chargers.
Yeah,
incredible.
Byron Jackson says Ravens lose another lead and lose again, rinse and repeat. How many leads have we given up this season? All right. Rock says trap game 101. It's not a trap game. We're 3-3. Like, we know who we are. We're just not that good.
It was a trap game in the Ravens' mind. I mean, Ravens think they're better than that. Yeah. They think they're better than the Giants.
Yeah. Should have said, wow, disrespecting the Giants. Where's Ferris at? Where is Ferris? Shout out to Ferris. Ferris is a Giants fan. Where's OTR Brandon? I was certain he was going to be in here.
Well, I believe they were going to see Ferris a little later on today on Ravens Online Gatekeeper stream.
Where's OTR Brandon? OTR Brandon, I thought, hey, this is your time to glow. I had bet Brandon. It's been 4 years ago now. I had bet him a certain sum of money that the Giants would not make the playoffs for 3 straight years, and I cashed out.
Just in time.
Just in time. Yeah.
So, it's going to be incredible if they don't make it this year.
There we go. Money Making Mitch. Appreciate it. He says Money Making Mitch's comment. Even the commentator said, make sure he can't throw to tight ends. Wide receivers are trash. Yes. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, B told you the stat. Half of the passes went to tight ends. I'm not sure how many went to our running backs and fullbacks, but that doesn't leave that many targets to wide receivers. And I don't know how many drops we had, but I know right before Lamar's fumble, we had a crucial drop by DeMarcus Robinson.
Mark Andrews had at least 2 drops.
He had one that was a touchdown. Nobody brought that up. It hit him right in the face. Yes, the defender tipped it a little bit, but it didn't go all over the place. It didn't really alter the ball that much either. it hit him right in the helmet. And okay, you could say that's a tough catch to make, but if you're elite, if you're top 2, not 2, you make the catch.
Right.
These are the games when your quarterback's struggling a little bit, the offense can't get going. This is where special players make special plays. They stand out above everybody else. All right. Mark Andrews, we keep telling y'all, he's not that type of tight end that can do something after the catch or, make some spectacular play. He makes some nice catches here and there. Mm-hmm. And he's just hard to defend. He is, I will put him number 2 right now. But he is not Travis Kelce, man.
Oh, wow. Look at this. Matt Rule's been gone for about 8 minutes of game time. And Christian McCaffrey has 3 catches for 31 yards, four carries for 27 yards. So he's got 58 yards from scrimmage in the first half of the first quarter.
Look at
that. Incredible.
What's up, Sterling? Appreciate you coming through, Sterling. All right, we got a few more minutes and we getting out of here. This is a quick stream. Make sure you hit that like button. Appreciate you, Oscar Rico, over on Facebook for liking. Make sure you come over here and subscribe or like the Facebook page. However you like to watch us, we stream live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. All right, so those are ways you can watch the show. Also, we have a audio podcast that we put out every Thursday afternoon on your lunch break. Add to Pop says this offensive line is still bad and Lamar still looks like he doesn't trust no one else besides Andrews and Duvernay, and Lamar hasn't been the same since the New England game. He's out of sync. Who else would you trust? Add to Pop. Right? I mean, I barely trust Andrews. I trust him, but sometimes I don't know. All right. Brock P says still probably the 32nd defense. Yeah, they've been playing better since the Miami game.
Yeah.
Right.
We're still early, so 1 or 2 games can really, really swing things. But they're not a elite defense.
Yeah.
You know that.
Shout out to Just Allo says Rita is blaming Lamar. Is it Lamar's fault he has no wide receivers and the ones he has kept dropping the ball and all those penalties? You're talking about the NFL chick. Shout out to Rita. But yeah, I blame Lamar too. Don't get it twisted. I blame Lamar. I mean, look, when you mess up, and you're not going to always have great games. You can't throw the ball that in that situation. You can't. Like, that is on Lamar. So look, it's unfortunate that he's going to get the blame in these situations. But that is on him, and he has to do better than that. There's a lot of things that we can look at in this game and say that everybody played a part for sure. But Lamar's part, he put them in a very bad situation twice because he fumbled the ball as well. Mm-hmm. Right. So no, she's right. That situation, you gotta do better. But hey, look, 6 games in, we got 11 more games to go. He's had a couple of bad games, but I don't think that's going to continue. Lamar's going to be fine. I'm not worried about Lamar. I'm worried about everybody else. Lamar, we know, can fix those things. We know he can clean that stuff up. Everybody else, what you see from Demarcus Robinson, that's as good as it's going to get. What you see from, I don't even know any other wide receiver that caught a pass or was out there. Who else was out there? Duvernay?
Duvernay caught 1 pass.
Yeah.
And Tylan Wallace was targeted. Let me see. I don't believe he caught it. No, he did. He caught it for 4 yards. So
Tylan Wallace, that's as good as you're gonna get from Tylan Wallace. Andy Isabella, like these guys are who they are. They we can't get any better than that.
45 receiving yards from the tight ends today, or from the wide receivers today.
See, here we go. Prochet was out there. Yeah, look, we told you about Prochet. Even in a situation where we don't have anybody to throw out there, they're still saying, Prochet, nah, we can't go to you. We told you about him. He is who he is.
I don't want to keep saying this because it sounds like I have something against Prochet, and I don't. He's not good. He's just not good.
Yeah, look, you getting arguments here. Byron Jackson says, we will get the same Harbaugh excuses at the press conference. I'm ready to clean the house. Hey, I hear you. We've been ready over here. JP wants to know, anyone know what the exact injury for Bateman is? He should be back next week, I think.
It's a midfoot sprain, and it kind of just depends on how severe that is. Those can go from, hey, out for a week or whatever to season ending. I don't think his is as serious as that, but we'll see. It's not a lock that he comes back, but hopefully.
Yeah. Tay got it. Says Lamar folded at the end. Shout out to Noah. I'm gonna read that in a second. Noah, did you put that up there? Did you put that?
I didn't.
Okay. Noah, put that in the chat box if you can, or put it in Discord. On my side, it gets cut off right now, but I appreciate the $5 donation. Thank you. Tago says Lamar folded in the end, but he didn't bear the brunt of blame for me. We shouldn't have been in that situation. We was playing sorry all game and folded countless times when it was time to close. For me, I put it on Lamar. Right, like you're right, Tago. Got it. You're right. He yeah. Everybody played bad, but I do put it on Lamar. You have to do better than that. You're the leader of the team. You are the star. Lamar is the only star on the team, right? Mark Andrews isn't a star, right? Like that. That's not me being tough on Mark Andrews. He's really good, but he's not a star player.
Yeah.
He's not a game changer, right? Lamar's a game changer. He's the only star on the team, and in that situation, you're up, man. Don't do anything to put them back in the game, and that's exactly what he did. And then he, the next possession, you fumbled the ball. That's on Lamar, but that's okay, right? That's okay. Like, look, real Lamar fans here.
Yeah, Tom Brady lost today. Aaron Rodgers lost today. Trevor Lawrence lost today. But nobody's thinking it's doom and gloom for those guys.
No.
You know, like he had a bad game. He had almost two consecutive turnovers. It was bad.
Yeah,
but it's one day. I got Suge's message here. I don't really want to read it. Oh, we are out of time. Oh no. Suge says Old Man Gamers is back, and we got to get out.
Hold on.
It is 4:32.
Hey, we got a Giants fan here. We gotta give the Giants fans some love here. Crucian26 says Big Blue Wrecking Crew game through with the W. Yes, they came through with the W. Indeed. Hey, shout out to you guys, man. 5-1. 5-1. Yeah. That's
pretty incredible considering the roster they have.
For sure. And Dayball he's doing an excellent job, right? So hey, shout out to you guys. And he said, yeah, that was definitely on Lamar. Yeah, I agree. That was on Lamar. Yeah, Mark Andrews is a top 3 at his position. I agree. But he's not a star. Right?
Yeah. Because he had 100 yards today, right? But he had a couple of drops. But last week Travis Kelce had, I think it was 26 yards and 4 touchdowns. He turned that game himself.
Yeah. I mean,
really do that.
Yes, he's top 3 at his position. So is Pat Ricard. Is Pat Ricard a star player? No, he's not. If we have to go down the field, right? Like say we held him to a field goal, right? And we're down 7 at the end there. We held him to a field goal. We're down 7. We got about 45 seconds. Is that defense saying, hey, we got to make sure Mark Andrews doesn't beat us over top? No.
No, saying the current problem with Lamar is he's actually had more than just one bad game recently. After getting off to a hot start, he's been putting up some poor performances. Am I wrong? Yeah, no, you're wrong, because what you're calling poor performances is really just 1 or 2 plays that you like to kind of harp on. Yeah. He hasn't been playing poorly. I mean, today he played poorly. But no, he hasn't had like multiple bad games in a row.
I say so far 6 games, he's probably had 2 bad games. Right. And even this game wasn't bad overall. He had a bad play. Right. They look sloppy, but again, how many drop passes did he have out there? Was he off on a couple, but for the most part, he played a pretty clean game. And without that interception, that stat line or our evaluation of his overall performance is different. So no, but again, it's on Lamar because he set that bar high. He sets a higher bar for himself. So we expect more from him. If we're saying he's an MVP candidate, you gotta play better than that. So I hear you on that. I hear you on that. But no. Zeke Kage, what's good? Appreciate you coming through. A couple more. Yes, we're running over time. We got to get out of here. Maddie King says Lamar Jackson needs to leave Baltimore. He's not going to win there. Hey, we'll find out this offseason. Appreciate you coming through. Anybody that's new here, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you like the content, hit the subscribe button. We do a live show every Wednesday night at 7:15 p.m. Eastern time, the LBHT show. We talk Ravens and Panthers. NBA season's coming up. We're going to be talking on some NBA as well. So hit that subscribe button, hit your notifications so you don't miss the show. Monday, tomorrow, we will be on Coach Evans' stream, Sip 2 Tally Films, okay, with Chris Just Joking, OTR Mike, and Hendo from Ravens Online Ungatekeepers, okay? We do that every Monday, so make sure you subscribe over there as well. Todd Shangra says, are you buying the Giants are legit? Hey, listen, I don't need to buy it. They keep winning. It is what it is. Right? No, I don't believe in them. No, I don't believe in the Giants. Okay? I don't believe in them. But it doesn't matter. They're 5-1.
That's right.
That's all that matters. They're 5-1. Right? I don't believe we're this bad, but we're 3-3. It is what it is. At the end of the year, when we're tallying up wins and losses to see who gets into the playoffs, that's what matters. So, hey, I'm not taking anything away from the Giants. Salute to them. Right. And this happens sometimes. You may not be as good as it says on paper, but you go on a win streak, you keep it going, and you win more games than people expected you to win. So, hey, salute. Noah says the Bills, Bengals, and now the Giants. It's been more than just one or two bad plays. B, hate to say it, but it's the truth.
You don't hate to say it. You love hating on Lamar Jackson. That's your thing, man. That's your favorite thing to do.
Yeah. So
you can't point to a quarterback in the league who doesn't have plays like that. What happens in Baltimore is they don't have anybody to make up for it. They don't have anybody to catch a bad throw. They don't have anybody to make you forget about a bad play because they made a good play in response. So they don't have that in Baltimore.
Well, let me ask you this, Noah, and then we gotta get out of here. Let me ask you: do you think you brought up the Bills? Do you think Josh Allen is a good quarterback, or you think he's been having a good year? Do you think Joe Burrow? I know that's your boy, Joe Burr, right? Do you think he's having a good year? Right? Like tell me the quarterbacks you think are performing better than Lamar right now. Like, tell me how many you think are performing better. And shout out to Anonymous. Appreciate the donation. Do you got that on your NB?
Yeah. Thank you very much, Anonymous. These Ravens pass catchers are very sad. Agree or no?
Yes, I agree. I agree.
No, I agree. Outside of Mark Andrews, it's a depressing bunch.
Yeah. Zeke says, I'm tired of people blaming Lamar. He gets the blame for me this game. Right? Like, you gotta do better than that. You gotta do better than that. Ravens Medical says J.K. Dobbins has soft tissue injury in his knee. Okay.
That's not great.
No. Is that game medicine? Is that you, game medicine? If that's you, give me a thumbs up. Shout out to game medicine. Shout out to Ravens Medical. Appreciate the update. Let's see. Black, I'm not sure what this says here. Tepes Vlad says, Ravens since 2002, and I've never seen a team without balls without leadership like this 2022 team. Oh, okay. Yeah. This team doesn't deserve to be supported. Harbaugh, get out of my team. Now I've seen some bad Ravens teams, man. This is the worst one. But I hear you. I hear what you're saying. Haas on the beat says EDC is the blame for constructing this trash. Yes. Mm-hmm. So I will close out with this. I'll say this. I had no problem blaming Lamar for this game. I got no problem blaming Lamar for this game. No quarterback, I don't care who it is going to play great every game. In fact, this time exact time last year, people were saying that the league has figured out Pat Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Chiefs were losing exactly like this. They had the craziest turnovers, right? Like just and they couldn't get out of their own head. It was crazy, and they're like, oh yeah, Pat Mahomes, he they figured him out, and they've fallen off. And what happened? You know, they got together because they're talented. They made a run, and then they were in the AFC Championship game for the 4th straight year.
Yeah.
Right. So everybody has bad games. So to try to single out Lamar as if he's doing something that other top quarterbacks aren't doing, that's insane. And look, you know what says it? Allen, Mahomes, Hurts. We have more time. I'll come through and discuss things further with y'all. No, we can stop right here. Allen is playing great. He's probably the top quarterback right now. Allen has had some bad games too, right? He played bad against us. They just ended up winning. He played worse than Lamar. They just ended up winning. They played bad against Miami. In fact, he was the reason they lost to Miami. He just missed the pass. But you didn't watch that because you guys don't watch other games.
He threw that straight into the dirt.
Straight into the dirt.
And Jalen Hurts has 4 touchdown passes on the season, my man. 4 touchdowns to 2 interceptions.
But you don't know that.
He is the one. Like if you're going to put the narrative on somebody that they're a running back playing quarterback, that's Jalen Hurts. But he's got AJ Brown, he's got Dallas Goedert, he's got Devontae Smith, he's got Miles Sanders. So it's not a big deal, you know.
Mahomes looked terrible against Indy.
Yeah.
Everybody has these games, is what I'm saying. And I like all 3 of those quarterbacks. You know, I like all 3 of those quarterbacks. Everybody has flaws, is what we're saying. But if you're just focused on this team, and I get it, you're fans, right? It seems like he's the only one doing it. But it's not the case. Lamar right now is number 2 or number 3 in the league in passing touchdowns. He's doing great. Okay. Yeah. He's doing great. It just gets highlighted when he's all we have, and he is all we have. There's really nobody else that the national media can talk about. There's no, you know what I'm saying? Like there's nothing else we have going on in this team that we can look at and say, well, this person needs to step up, because nobody else on that team is expected to step up. Nobody else is expected to play better. Not even Mark Andrews. If Mark Andrews had 10 yards in this game and 5 drop passes, nobody would have said a word about it.
And just an update, Game Medicine has let us know he rebranded the YouTube channel to Ravens Medical. He's still Game Medicine on Twitter.
Okay. Hey, shout out to Ravens Medical. Make sure you go over there and subscribe. He gives great information. You're not going to find better information on injuries than Ravens Medical. So if you're interested in what's going on with certain players, you go over there, you subscribe, you watch his videos, leave comments, ask him questions, and he will answer them, right? And you're not going to get that information anywhere else. Okay. Appreciate it. Who sent that?
Thank you, Shug. Oh, Shug.
Oh, appreciate you, Shug. Thank you for the donation. Okay, a couple more, and then we are out of here. We are about 15 minutes over. MJ, what's going on? Appreciate you coming through. It says unacceptable. It's been years of this nonsense. Something has to change. I agree. 33 Lady Ram, thank you for coming through. Says thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. Hey, thank you for coming through. Appreciate that. One session says preach Jose and Brodny. Hey, we call
I believe he said Brodny and Jose, but that's all right. I mean, wow. Unbelievable. Okay.
Just Alice says Lamar runs for a first down, called back because of a penalty, then a bad snap. Lamar makes a bad decision to throw it because he feels he has to make a play somehow. That's the thing. Yeah. These bad decisions come because he feels like he has to make the play. There's a difference between when Pat Mahomes can flick the ball to Travis Kelce and Travis Kelce can take it to the house.
Yeah.
Right. And for his 4th touchdown. For his 4th touchdown. Right. There's a difference between that, or I know I can throw it to I could throw it, overthrow the ball and Tyreek Hill can get under it and he'll make the touchdown, right? Like there's a difference there. And hey, man, if I don't hit it perfectly, they're not going to make the play. By the way, nobody wanted to say this, but that touchdown that Mark Andrews had, he almost dropped it. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
It was a perfect throw. We're not going to talk about that, though. That was in between two defenders. Perfect throw. He dropped it in there, and my man bobbled
Almost. But he got it, though. He got it. He got it.
Yeah.
King, y'all are playing Cleveland next week. So that should be an easy win, but we'll see.
But nothing's easy here. Yeah. Nothing's easy here. Okay. We are out of here.
Y'all brand.
Yeah. We got to get out of here. Listen, if you're new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Wednesdays is when we will be back on this channel. If you want to see us sooner than that, tune in Monday to Sip to Tally Films. That's Sip to Tally Films. Okay, that's Coach Evans' stream. We do the Ravens Roundtable over there. Also, subscribe over to Ravens Online Ungatekeepers. He is doing a post-game show later tonight. What time is that stream?
That is, I believe, 7 p.m.
7 p.m. Eastern time. He says, I told you that you can't help but talk football. It's in your blood. A couple of minutes just won't do. But I got things to do. I got to hit the road here. But yes, right here, Ravens Online Ungatekeepers. Make sure you subscribe over there. Okay. I mean, if you love our streams, you're gonna love Hendo's streams as well. Okay. So more Ravens content right there. Suge, what's this? Whose channel is this? I'm not sure.
H-Dog 95?
Yeah, I don't know
who that is.
Should just posting random stuff in there. Okay, whatever. Well, go subscribe over there, I guess.
Why not?
Why not? Okay, all right, that's it. Also, I want to plug this because we've been putting in some work behind the scenes, guys. Ring Kings podcast. All right, that's our other channel. We had a lot of boxing going on yesterday. Okay, so we're going to be recording an episode discussing that. So if you're interested, make sure you subscribe. Check that out. Also, Open Mike podcast is another channel that for our man OTR Mike. Open Mike with OTR Mike. All right, go over there, hit the subscribe button. We just recorded an episode with us with Hendo. And of course, Mikey, discussing just podcast stuff, what it's like to be podcasters and YouTubers, things like that. Very good discussion, very deep discussion. So these are all of our people. We're gonna be, that's Sip to Tally. Oh, that's Sip to Tally. Is that his link? Okay, well, hey, there you go. Appreciate it, Suge. That's Sip to Tally's link. So listen to Suge. Okay, if Suge put something in the chat, make sure you go ahead and click on it. All right. Okay. We're out of here. B, are you ready?
I am ready.
That is it. Y'all take it easy. Watch some more football. I know you're disappointed. Go and watch some more football today, right? So when you're trying to compare Lamar to these other top quarterbacks, you can see what those other top quarterbacks are doing. And you can also see the talent that they're working with too. Just want to put that out there. But y'all have a good night. We will see you later. Peace out.